Hello and greetings from Ireland. Firstly, I would like to thank colleagues in Reformaten and Mistra Sustainable Consumption for inviting me to present to you in Sweden today on our sugar-sweetened drinks tax, or our SSDT. So why introduce the SSDT? Obesity and non-communicable diseases are a threat to public health across Europe and have significant political, social and economic impacts that are not limited to healthcare. In Ireland, almost 60% of adults are living with overweight or obesity, and it affects 1 in 4 children, with higher rates seen in socially disadvantaged communities. The SSDT represents a key public health intervention aimed at reducing population sugar consumption by utilising fiscal levers. Ireland implemented the SSDT in 2018 under the auspice of the Obesity Policy and Action Plan. This is our national policy which aims to improve nutrition and health and well-being across the life course that it is delivered under the Healthy Ireland framework. This presentation draws on the evaluation of the SSDT that was conducted by researchers from the Munster Research Consultancy, which was published in 2024. The primary goal was to reduce sugar intake and reduce obesity and type 2 diabetes rates. It also aimed to push the beverage industry towards healthier reformulations. This aligns with global public health strategies endorsed by the WHO. Revenue generation from the introduction of the tax was considered as a secondary but positive outcome. The design of the SSDT. The SSDT applies to non-alcoholic water-based drinks with added sugar. It uses a 2-tier levy system whereby drinks with 5 to under 8 grams of sugar per 100 mils are taxed at €16.26 per hectolitre. A higher rate of €24.39 per hectolitre applies to drinks above that threshold of 8 grams of sugar per 100 mils. This was designed to encourage reformulation by incentivising manufacturers to reduce sugar content. The implementation. The public were made aware of SSDT in October 2017 as part of public communication for new strategies included in Budget 2018. It was implemented in May 2018 following significant consultation. The tax is levied at the point of manufacture or importation into the state. Close coordination was needed across government departments to ensure successful implementation, compliance and monitoring. The beverage industry responded quickly, with many companies reformulating products to avoid the higher tax bracket. We have also observed changes in industry marketing strategies and product portfolio adjustments to promote lower or no sugar options. The evaluation indicates that SSDT achieved its main objectives. Data from Euromonitor and reduced tax receipts reported by the Department of Finance both support a decline in sugar consumption. This graph demonstrates that per capita consumption of sugary carbonates have steadily declined since the introduction of SSDT. We see this reflected both in retail and food service data as outlined in this graph. This slide shows that sugar intake from carbonates has decreased substantially from 2010 to 2022, which is reported in our national dietary surveys covered by IUNA team. Reformulation has clearly taken place across the industry. However, there are some emerging concerns, such as increased consumption of energy drinks. We can see from this graph that sugar intake consumed through energy drinks spiked before falling, but overall consumption from energy drinks has increased since the introduction of this new tax. There are strengths and limitations of the SSDT policy, which I'd like to outline. SSDT stands out as an evidence-based intervention with measurable results. It successfully influenced both consumer behaviour and industry practices. It also raised public awareness of sugar consumption and health. Not all trends from the evaluation are positive, as previously mentioned. Energy drink consumption has gone up since the tax. Pricing studies show consistent pass-through rates, particularly between retail and hospitality sectors. This was because of some retailers and hospitality venues absorbing the tax from suppliers, meaning the price to the consumer was unaffected and therefore the discussion element of the tax was not effective. This meant that in many places the full price of a full sugar and lower sugar diet version of a particular drink was the same price. We also need to consider if the tax affects lower income groups differently. Continued research and evaluation is absolutely essential to address these nuances that have emerged from the evaluation. A key take-home is the importance of data collection from baseline of implementation with continuous monitoring and evaluation. Policies like SSDT are most effective when integrated with broader health promotion measures. We should also explore extending or adapting the tax to include other high sugar products that are known to be widely consumed in excess or in contradiction to national healthy eating guidelines. So in conclusion, the SSDT has largely succeeded in achieving its policy objectives and in reducing sugar consumption and encouraging reformulation. Ongoing vigilance and refinement will help sustain its impact over time. I hope that this short presentation offers valuable lessons to Sweden on our experience with introducing this important new SSDT in Ireland. Thank you.